Recording in progress.
So we're recording, everybody. Hopefully the music is back. If it's not, well, we'll figure that out. Welcome, everybody. I'm Dr. Kevin Jarina, and we are live. Get yourself right Wednesday night. I'm here in the office, and tonight we're talking about mind-body stress, neuro-emotional technique. The most reliable, predictable methodology, naturally, holistically, no pharma, no surgeries, no procedures that invade the body to bring balance to the nervous system, the brain, the spinal cord, the body's functions, the pain, the problems, whatever it may be, is coming. Coming to bring balance. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I'm Dr. Kevin Jarina, and hopefully things are loud and clear. I'm going to pull up the chat. Make sure that you let me know if I am coming in clear. Just a moment. Let's see here. Thank you, everybody. Here's the chat. And let's see. Thank you. All right. Jeannie says hello. Hi, Jeannie. Let me know if the sound is okay. I have my microphone here. I just ran and got. That's why it took an extra minute to get here. And I'll plug that in if the volume is not okay. But it's coming through. Looks like that. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking in. And we are live. So we're talking about neuro-emotional technique. And my plan, of course, I have a plan, is to do a live demonstration of a full NET session. With that being said, we're going to have to improvise, and I'm going to be showing you at home what you can do for yourself. Sound is good. We're coming through, so we're going to kick things off and get things going. So I'm going to pull up a couple things to show you, but we're going to talk about neuro-emotional techniques. So first and foremost, it's about stress. Now, stress. Who here knows what happens when there's too much stress in your body? That's right. In fact, type in some symptoms that happen when there's too much stress, and you'll find in a very short moment that literally too much stress is connected to every possible symptom out there. It's a wild thing to consider that statement. However, it's true. Even the symptom of death has been associated with too much stress. It's amazingly and challenging and wonderful. All right, so what I have here is the at-home version of the method that anyone can do right here, right now to unlock stress, help them bring their body into a better place of calm. Now that's important. Think about taking a test. Think about doing an important task. Think about stepping up to the plate. If I give you a baseball analogy, think about how stress can interrupt your flow. Think about how when you're stressed, it's harder to remember things. It's harder to work out. It's harder to have a good conversation. There are dozens and dozens of possibilities of things that happen when you're stressed. Now, I believe I brought it. And of course, I would love to show it on the screen right now, though, I got to tell you, juggling a couple things, it was hard to get fully prepared on time. And I love being on time. So we're moving forward anyway. And what I have for you here is what happens to the human body when there's too much stress. So let's take a look at the increased section. All right. So when there's too much stress, we all know this, the heart rate goes up, the blood pressure, that's vasoconstriction. The blood vessels actually tighten in their diameter, constrict to help the blood move faster, pump harder to get there. So that's increased blood pressure. We have increased blood sugar. The blood fats go up. That's the cholesterol factors that we don't want to see in the blood, the LDL. Blood clotting goes higher. Muscle and connective tissue breaks down. Insulin resistance, bone loss, sensory sensitivity, stress and fear and anxiety all increase when there's too much stress in life and in the body. Now, the things that decrease, let's take a look at that list. Short-term memory is what I just mentioned, short-term memory. Concentration, learning, the neurochemical associated with the brain chemical, serotonin, is affected. And that it changes so many functions in the human body. The cellular immunity, meaning the immune system of each individual cell that's, you're made up of what, about 100 trillion cells is the estimate. So the cell's own immune response gets lower. Anabolic hormones decrease. That means the things that build muscle, the things that build you up, decrease. What's the result of decreased muscle mass and decreased muscle strength? So we have what happens when there's too much stress. We're on decreased function. Now, what's the result of the decreased functions I just mentioned and the increased issues that I mentioned? Well, the common result of that is stroke, heart attack, congestive heart failure, diabetes, cancer, artery disease, obesity, literally the top issues in the healthcare conversation. All from stress. Now, let me ask you, what started about 2.5 years ago that has stressed the entire world out to a whole new degree? And what measures have people been taking that we've come to find out now actually worsen the stress problem? One of the things I always remember being a child was how difficult it was for me to be hiding under the blankets of my bed because I could hardly breathe. Oxygen is life. Let me scratch that. Proper balanced air with the proper amounts of oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and other gases are good to breathe. Human contact. Look at, there's a bunch of studies of, when they raise a monkey without a mother or with a stuffed animal or a sham mom made out of a tin can or whatever. The emotional ramifications of that as that young primate grows, there's emotional disturbances, physiological problems, and all kinds of other things that we're seeing increases in now because of stress, because of lack of connection, of loving connection. And what about the things that people put in their bodies? Well, we're coming to find out there's greater things that stress the body, that stress the nervous system out, that are in that, than helping. More increased stress. And what are we seeing increased of? Well, literally everything on that list of the results. The only thing that's not on that list, early death. Oh, it's a heavy conversation tonight, but I am not pulling punches. I'm done with that. And that's not punching anything. It's about real information. Can people get around the idea that facts matter? I don't know. You tell me. Do facts matter? It matters to your bank when your bank account isn't adding up. Facts matter there. Well, it gets real thick out there, ladies and gentlemen, and I love to dance there. So with that being said, what I'm going to show you at home is what's the simplest. It's free. You only use your hands to help de-stress your brain. And we see in functional MRI in real time, the nervous system changes into a better, balanced, more adaptable expression. So I'm getting it sized up so you can see the whole PDF, and then I'm going to show you at home. And anyone who wants it, leave a message, and we'll get you a copy of it, and also show you where to get it on my website in just a moment. So let's see if I can get this to pop up on the screen here. So bear with me. This is slightly unprepared. Let's see if I can get this going. So hang in there with me. Let's try that one. Nah, I don't like that one. This is what I want. All right. So let's go to drkeving.com. There it is. And we'll bring ourselves right up to my website and hit the hamburger menu, top right corner. And if you're on a regular computer, across the top you'll see the menu button to push. Actually, here there's a 3-day email course. Bring more positivity. Put your name and email on that. That's a beauty right there. Thank you, my friend Mr. Michael Gross, with that help. I put that together many years ago. One of his great practices. But where we go down here today is the resource section. Click on that and you'll see a bunch of things. And you want to go to what's called the FAST technique. FirstAidStressTool.com. And you get to read about it right here. There's a video for demonstration. Shows you the important things called the pulse points. It shows you where to hold your fingers. Shows you how to put your hand on your head. Shows a little child doing it. I have my daughter doing this. I have other children doing it. My youngest patient who ever did it was about 10 months. And the story is amazing. And what I want you to do at home is go to the section on the page and then click the download and print a copy. Do that. Save it. All right. Now, what I want you to try at home, let's watch this video right here and see what it has to say. Hopefully it'll play for me. Here we are.
Hi, I'm Leah Segi, and I want to share a tool with you that you can use when you feel stressed. We all have to deal with stress, and this is a good tool to use. It doesn't replace consultation, it doesn't replace therapy, but it helps you cope with whatever stressor is bothering you at the moment. It's a simple technique, and it comes from neuro-emotional technique, NET, and it is very useful. It uses the Chinese medicine 5-element system, and I'm going to show you how to do it. You've got 2 hands. You're going to put one hand under the other so that you have your 3 fingers on the pulse points under your thumb, and with those fingers on those points, you're touching meridian access points. So whatever it is that's bothering you, whatever you're thinking about, whether you know what it is that bothers you, you're going to take the palm of your hand that's facing you and cover your forehead and breathe as you're thinking about that stressor. Breathe in and out. Let yourself do that for about a minute.
Sometimes a few deep breaths.
And then you're going to change hands and put the other hand, the fingers on the other side, under the thumb. You'll have 3 fingers there on those meridian access points. You have different meridians on each side. And then cover your forehead, breathing in and out. Letting yourself think about that stressor until you feel that the stress, the energy around it subsides. You can take from 1 to 3 minutes to do this, a minute on each side minimally, and notice the shift that goes on in your body as you let the meridians flow more evenly after holding those places. I hope you try it and enjoy it and use it whenever you need to.
Well, this is a beautiful, short, simple, beautiful video. The pulse points, let me highlight again. Let's see if I can, I'm not sure how to zoom in on that right now. Let's see, can I? Yeah, there we are. Sort of. There we are. Here's the pulse points right there. If you're unfamiliar with traditional Chinese medicine, the meridian therapies, the meridian system itself, these pulse points on the wrist are what they're called access points, and this gives information about the whole meridian. Each meridian is connected to a part of the nervous system, an organ or more than one organ, groups of muscles, areas of the bony structures and ligament structures, as well as a state of consciousness. For example, the first point on the right, fire, has the concepts of lost and vulnerable, happiness, certainty and uncertainty, thinking and non-thinking, caring and non-caring. Um, these type of concepts are associated with that fire element point, and as you learn more about it, these emotions are associated with each of the points, and we go through a very specific process that's repeatable, reliable, reproducible by multiple professionals, the different varieties, whether chiropractors, therapists, mental wellness professionals, medical doctors, naturopaths, literally any healthcare profession that you could think of, I've met at the seminars. People that are involved in solving crimes, people that are involved in any kind of helping the people, helping bodies and minds get well. This is transformative, and this is an amazing layer of effect that you can provide for yourself. That is not as deep as when the practitioner can do it in the full manner, but you can do a lot with it. You can even start to look up the emotions that are associated with each of the points and just contemplate that while touching one of those points and using it. And where I tend to take it to another level is I combine certain things that I have in my office and what I'm offering here on Wednesday night, Get Your Mind Right, which is the AO scan. And so let's see if I can show you how I use it in conjunction with the NET here, the fast technique specifically. Let's see. I believe I can log in real quick. I won't show too much. There we are. All right, we got signed in. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do, let's see, something that's going to be quick and easy. This takes 10 seconds. So let's do this. And I'll just talk for 10 seconds. You'll see how it works. Hi, my name is Dr. Kevin Jarina. It looks like it's not getting access here somehow. So what's going on? All right, let's close out of that. Let's change that. I got my backup right here. And I'll show you how I use it. So I'll make sure I'm logged in. My name, of course. And right there, got that, got that. So I'm going to do the inner voice. You see I pulled it up just like that. And it's going to count down, and I'm going to start talking into it. Hi, my name's Dr. Kevin Jarina, and I'm doing my live. I want to show everyone at home the emotions that get pulled up for whatever I'm experiencing right now, and then I'm going to show them how to use the NET chart and put it to good use. Now you can see 10 seconds I kept talking, and it pulled up a different set of patterns that I'm experiencing and what needs help the most. Oh, my frequency of F, C sharp, and D. So let's take a look at the report. And if you haven't seen this before, this is called the AO scan. It's a technology that anyone can have at home, actually, and I can help you get that. However, the test explains a little bit about how it works, and the first thing that came up was the conversation of love, conditional love versus unconditional love. Beautiful conversation for today. If you know anything about the cosmic pattern of the day, we're addressing our boundaries, we're addressing self-love, how we care for ourselves, how we nurture ourselves. There's a lot of transformation of that happening. This is beautiful that it came up. And what this tone is going to help me with is the love conversation, the unconditional love, probably for self as well as others. So what I do at home or here in a clinic is I play the tune, I play the tone. I didn't bring the glasses with me, but I'll wear the glasses. Hopefully you saw it in last week's episode. And maybe you can hear it. I'll turn up a little. And since I know the topic is about love, that's the heart meridian. I mean, it just makes common sense, and it is. And so I'm just going to, well, in this case, I'll use the fast technique. And I'll put my fingers on all the spots that the method showed. Right on my wrist. And I know that as I do this method, actually I felt it as soon as I touched my head. I'll touch my head, And what I can feel in my body is like it brings something to the surface. And the key here is to breathe in and out for like a minute, like she said. And it begins to unlock the neurologic pattern formed in my brain that relates to unconditional love, or seeing the world in that way, or believing that's how love is, or any possible iteration of the conversation. Anything. Here it is. There's the music right there. You can hear it. Good. And anything in that conversation brings up into the nervous system to be balanced, to be cleared. It's called synaptic pruning. The body goes through its own self-maintenance process. And we hook up, we talk about the topic. In this case, I'm using the AO scan to evoke it even more, and I do the method. And what's going to happen, it's going to change how I see or how I experience conditioned versus unconditional love. Now, what a beautiful thing to work on today. Hopefully you're hearing these tunes, these tones over the sound, because that means you're getting a benefit too. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to waste my time here. I'm going to sit here for a moment, breathe, put your hands here on your own wrist. Right there. And I'm adding a fourth spot right on the meat of the muscle, but right here. And I'm just going to breathe for a moment. And I'm going to switch. Now, if I want to be very thorough, I'll do it again, and I do a set of breaths with a light touch, and I do a set of breaths with a heavy touch. That's a little deeper component to the method. That's not shared on the free PDF, but you've watched this far, you join me in. I want to give you some extras. And this we know, under repeatable tests and studies and everything else I like to see, that changed how my body responds to a stressed situation around a topic of unconditional love and conditional love. Now, I don't know about you, but I know I can hear it, I can feel it, my voice is different, I feel calmer on the inside. Actually, I feel like I want to shut this off and get out of here. I'll do that in a minute, we're almost done. But let me know if you got to give it a try at home. Let me know if you are feeling it. Comment below. Share this video with someone who's stressed, who is looking for answers. Even if they are looking for mainstream answers. My goodness, any mainstream professional who begins to analyze what's going on with this technology, it will blow their mind. Any professional begins to look into the research of neuro-emotional technique. netmindbody.com. Let's pull up the website. See if I can show that real quick. Yeah, I can. Hold on. Yeah, let's go back to this. I wonder if I need to reload that page somehow. How do I do that? Oh my goodness. Let's check out. Let's go to the properties. And we're going to go search Brave. Let's try that. Boom. Bringing it back. Not yet. Let's see if I can get out of that. Well, we're looking at a little advanced technology. I haven't quite figured it all out. Try one more thing here. Oh, that's how we're going to do it. It didn't bring me back to the main window. That's funny. Okay. So I'm going to type in the website that we're going to go to next, which is netmindbody.com. Boom, here it is. Let's see if we get the whole website up. There it is, right there. Go to this website, netmindbody.com, and what you want to really find, if this will let me do it, let's see. Yeah, that zone right there, right at the top. you want to zoom in on that. Okay, that's where you want to go, right at the top, and you'll see the at the right side. You'll see find a practitioner. You see the wellness checker. You see the first aid stress tool. That's what we just did, the first aid stress tool. And then you see things for practitioner resources. And I would even recommend, if this is interesting, check out when a basic seminar is near you, or fly anywhere in America. One in Newark coming up, I'm going to attend. And you can actually learn the science, the research, you can learn the skill set to go ahead and do it. And then you can take that home with you. And my God, and help everyone in your household, everyone in your neighborhood, if that's what you choose to do. But if we're going to dive into more about it, check out the 2 videos here. They're at the bottom, a little lower here. I'll show you. The background concepts and dynamics of NET, and an explanation of NET. You can read more here. You can see the most famous study that they have about the changes of the stress response, and you can see the target blue lines point to the area of the brain before the process, and then the area of the brain after the process when that same trigger, that same stressor is shown. Amazing, amazing stuff. And you can watch these little videos about what it is and learn more about it for yourself. Well, I want to say thank you for tuning in tonight. It's 7 o'clock. We'll be wrapping it up. And we talked about neuroemotional technique. The issues are in the tissues. The stressors build up and get stored into the physical body. Unless they're handled already, you can overcome them. But even if you've addressed it, even if you've worked on it, oftentimes there's some essence within the nervous system that still sets that up to be sensitive. We can help balance that, which brings greater balance to life, which means you feel better, you move better, you sleep better. Everything just gets better. And I see it time and time again. I'm so thankful for going through the full certification process, doing all the lectures. I fulfilled a life wish of driving across the country, putting my feet in that ocean, coming back, putting my feet in this ocean, completing the process and the journey, but at the same time I also completed, I got this amazing certification that frankly puts me in the category of some of the best neurologists the world has to offer, and I'm so pleased to be a part of that family. So thankful for the neuroemotional technique family. This is the most amazing group of doctors I've ever met in my life. So that being said, thank you everybody for tuning in. If this was interesting for you, and you want more information, maybe you want some work done, or you want to see how this can be done in some form or fashion with you in different ways to help bring emotional balance and therefore life balance, body balance to your world, well, reach out. Go to drkeving.com, send an email, go to the make appointment section, send the application in. It's 10 questions to get that done. Send it in. I know that you're contacting me. I reach out to you, and we can help get your mind right, get your body right, get your life right. I'm Dr. Kevin Drina. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next Wednesday.